Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus giving you another offensive tip against a highly spammed defense. The cover one linebacker blitz out of the Big Dime 236. Guys, last time I showed you this particular play, basically it was the one route that you can find out of the double moves, the chair route, which is the route right here where it says play action misdirection. So basically this is the route that we're going to take a look at. It will go ahead and beat your opponent most of the time. Best thing to do is to smart route it to make it a little bit short. And essentially what's going to happen is that you're going to basically go ahead and blow away from your guy with this particular route. So it's very, very effective. Now, when you're playing against this defense, you probably just don't want to depend on one route because a smart opponent will essentially go ahead and catch you on that. So I would actually go ahead and try to beat my opponent underneath with some other different types of concepts. So I'm going to go ahead and show you just a couple different types of concepts that you can beat your opponent with that should open things up for you. All right, so one of the simplest things you could do is you could beat your opponent with mesh. And if you're basically attacking them with a mesh route or it's attacking them to the outside, that should open things up for you a little bit. So we're going to do mesh out of the gun bunch. So we got basically the defense set up. And really with mesh, all you really have to do is just go ahead and look for one of your crossing routes over. He should beat his man, and you can essentially go ahead and tack him underneath against that cloud coverage. So once again, cloud coverage. And you've got the mesh crosser, and that'll basically open things up for you with mesh. Now another concept that you can use to go ahead and beat your opponent would be Salem, and basically Salem is going to put a hitch underneath a deep in route. So your opponent is going to really have to kind of pick their poison. So let's just take a look at Z's spot. This is going to give you two concepts that you can beat your opponent with. Alright, so with this particular play, basically you're going to have in routes that are going to generally beat that type of coverage on a regular basis, and it's going to take away reads. But you also got the underneath coverage, the underneath route that is going to basically give you another option that you can beat your opponent with. So the deep in generally will be wide open, but a lot of times what's going to happen is your opponent is going to use that. So what you can do with Salem is that it actually does come with a hitch route. And a hitch route is something that you can open up underneath your opponent if he's not playing coverage correctly. So usually that deep in route is going to get usered, but what you're going to have on the other side is that you're going to have basically a route that you can go ahead and redirect and actually go ahead and take it to the other side. So if you want to go ahead and cross throw the ball, or actually take the ball and throw it off to the sideline, you could do that, and that'll take away some of your reads against your opponent. So what you can do is, this is a compact area, so the defenders are going to be in the area, but as you can see, I went ahead and took direction, and I could have went ahead and put him off to the left, would have fell into another defender, but I actually go away from where the cloud flat is, and I just redirected and just allowed the ball up and was able to come down with an easy completion right there. But this is a red zone type of situation, so it's condensed defenders in the area. When you're playing a longer part of the field, this play is going to open up and you're going to be able to get some pretty easy completions underneath if you use Salem or some kind of a hitch route. Alright, so what you can do is you can go ahead and take your running back and put him on a hitch. That actually will give you just another playmaker player that you can go ahead and get away. What you can do too is you can go ahead and playmaker your running back, and that actually will give you another player that you can go ahead and use to go ahead and make a play right there with the ball. So it's another way that you can attack your opponent with that. So you can see right here, I just wait and just playmaker him to the wide open area of the field. This defender's taking this out route. He's defending this player out here, just basically leaving the backside, and I just go ahead and just playmaker him to the direction of the field that's open, and the running back is going to go ahead and make an easy completion for me. Alright, so another concept you could take a look at would be slants, and in particular you want to go ahead and take a look at a play that has got two wide receivers on one side in particular. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the pass right here, double slant. And the key to this is actually taking the outside wide receiver and putting him on a out route, and then the inside receiver and putting him on a flat route. And the reason why you want to have the inside receiver on the flat route is that's going to preoccupy that cloud flat defender. He's going to pull that cloud flat defender out of your way, and that should open things up for you on the sideline. Now, Brown is either going to do one of two different things. He's either going to go up, or he's going to go ahead and do a route to the inside, and that's where you're going to be able to go ahead and attack your opponent, was with either him going up to the sideline or actually coming across the middle. So we got Steeler stick right here, and basically we're going to make a read off the left. And if you go straight up, all you have to do is just go ahead and just try to rack that puppy. Just lob it up, and you basically pick up some fairly easy yards. So it's still using the out and up concept. It's just that it's a delayed route, and you're just waiting for it. So really, what you could do is you could do a bunch of different things to try to beat your opponent. You can just go ahead and playmaker, hitch routes. You could just do mesh to just try to beat your opponent down, where he's going to have to start really beating down underneath. You can use the out and up concept, the chair route, or you can actually just go ahead and use a flat route with a conjunction with an out route, where the outside receiver's in the out route, and just wait for him to go ahead and make his move. After he settles in a little bit, you'll be able to pick up some pretty good yards of that. So guys, I hope you appreciate this breakdown. Please hit the like button if this helped you with your gameplay. There's obviously different types of techniques and strategies that you're going to have to lab, get familiar with the mechanics. It's not something you can do very easily. So once again, to my subscribers, I appreciate the support. I hope you guys picked up some good tips from this, and until next time.